Hello and welcome back to the Guns and Glory show. I was thinking about mental health, gun ownership, red flag laws, mass shooters, and what people are trying to do to solve the problem. And what the Democrats have come up with the red flag is not the right way. I think it's going to be counterproductive. The reason for that is it's created an iron curtain between the gun owner and the doctor, counselor, the nurses, anybody really, because all the mandatory informers are allowed to now report a person for the red flag raids. There's an obvious problem with that. The gun owners are going to be guarded now with their speech. They're going to self-censor, they're going to self-medicate, they're going to avoid the doctors and the nurses and the counselors. They're going to only want to talk about whatever ouchie they have at the time. And if something's bothering them, they're going to keep it to themselves. They don't want something taken out of context. Next thing, there's a cop kicking down their door, shooting their dog, scaring the kids, and saying your freedom or your life. Going to take your stuff. Then you got to pay at your own expense to get it back. That's not going to work. People are just going to avoid that altogether, completely. I just don't think it's going to work out in the long run. I really don't. And somebody had an idea a while back. They said, well, if you're on these medications, maybe you shouldn't have a gun. I thought, well, yeah, probably not. But what about rights? And the solution that was presented was, well, have a waiver. If you're on the certain list of medications, we need to look at that list very, very carefully. But if you're on these medications, you can sign off voluntarily, say, hey, for a little while, until I get off of this stuff, I'm going to let somebody else hang on to my guns. I don't really like that as a knee-jerk reaction, but maybe it is some common sense gun control that we can come together on. Instead of stupid things like magazine bans or AR-15 bans, stuff that just doesn't work and does infringe on people's rights. Obviously, we're going to have to be very, very careful about this list. If somebody's got a heart problem or they're on meds for a stroke, I've heard that those medications can wind up on that list. Maybe we should look at the medication too, instead of just saying, well, it works for a stroke, but it might make you want to jump off a bridge. We need to work on that in the medical community and as a nation. But certainly putting a dividing line in between the gun owner and any possible help that could be of help before a big problem is created. Anything that does that is irresponsible. Anyway, something to think about. I'll get back on projects pretty soon, as soon as I get home. I don't exactly know when that's going to be. Got to do the window regulator in the Camaro, a couple other little things like that. I'm working on it. I got a couple of clips. I don't intend to make this channel just sitting here and talking to the camera. I got stuff to do. We'll see you.